This is part 2 of the coaching experience that I've had thus far. I've got a coach right now for the first time ever, and as someone who teaches entrepreneurs all over the world, I figured this would be directly relevant, so I'm just sharing that experience. The second session we had together was better than the first, I would say. She started it off with a mindfulness exercise just to get us in the right frame of mind, which frankly I appreciated. I tend to get really keyed up and amped and excited and intense about these sort of sessions because I want to extract maximum value from it, and that's not always the way to do it. Right? There's something to be said for being a little more centered about the process and putting the best foot forward as you approach it. So we did a short breathing exercise and then pretty quickly shifted into a discussion around values. And values is always something that I haven't taken as seriously. I spend a lot of time thinking about culture and how a company can drive its own culture forward because it's in many ways the operating system of the business. But values are a concept that I feel like people would talk about without necessarily knowing about. And we had a very interesting conversation. And from there, she was able to synthesize about 4 or 5 different values that I had never really considered them for. Things like the attraction I have to starting new things and chasing opportunities. Things like being adaptable and how I value adaptability as a key idea. Things like helping people and helping prevent people from suffering, which is, as someone who believes in education and helping people realize their potential, that is directly opposite of having them suffer because they dislike their job or they're dealing with challenges in life that they're not equipped to deal with. And I think that entrepreneurs are great at solving those problems, so I want to give that to as many people as I can. And those were some framings and some context that I hadn't really considered when I thought of my own personal values as it relates to work. So this conversation was a little more interesting, and what I'm really curious about is seeing is, does this impact me day to day? Does this change how I orient on the world and how I spend my time to make the mark I'm trying to make? And we'll see. So, in review, this session was better than the first. I'm looking forward to the next one. Still not sure I would sign up long term. It's also possible, of course, that this is a personal thing and that maybe this coach isn't the right coach for me. But those are my thoughts, and if you are someone thinking about getting a coach or you've already had a bunch of coaching, I'd love to hear your thoughts, good and bad, in the comments about what that experience has been like. Hope that's helpful. Peace.